Today, the US stock market is trading higher, while the US dollar has declined amid the decision of the Federal Reserve about its monetary policy. Analysts say this drop is temporary. Markets wonder what's next and what the reaction of the ruble and oil will be. Yesterday was the main event of the week, the Fed's meeting on monetary policy. Also, the central bank released the outlook for the country's economy. The regulator left the interest rates unchanged at 0.25% and decided to extend its bond buying program of $120 billion for a longer time. In the statement, the Fed reassured investors that it was not going to tighten its monetary policy. According to the forecast, the US Federal Reserve is planning to continue purchasing bonds and keeping the rates near zero until 2023. The regulator will wait until inflation rises to 2% and settles firmly above this level. Only then will it consider raising interest rates. All in all, the economic outlook for the US is relatively positive. GDP is expected to increase by 6.5% in 2021, while the unemployment rate should fall to 4.5%. On Thursday, Brent is trading at $65.50 per barrel, having lost 0.7% during the day. Notably, oil prices are not rising after yesterday's announcement by the Fed. This means that oil may have reached its peak levels and is about to start a correction. Therefore, the relevant trading range for Brent remains between $65 and $68 per barrel, but not higher. As for the WTI, its price has almost reached the level of $64.30 per barrel, which means a loss of 0.7% in today's session. Given the market reaction, WTI may jump from $62 to $65 per barrel. The Russian ruble has been going through volatile trading in the past two sessions. Yesterday, right after the release of the Fed's statement, the ruble advanced against the weakening US dollar. However, on Thursday, the Russian currency eased against the greenback amid harsh remarks from Joe Biden about Vladimir Putin. The risk of new sanctions against Russia has increased. Therefore, the dollar is likely to advance from the level of 73.60 to 75 against the ruble. Against the euro, the ruble is likely to stay in the range of 85 to 90. The possibility of a third coronavirus wave in Europe serves as the main limiting factor for the euro-ruble pair. Such countries as France, Poland and Spain have been hit the most by the new infection wave. At the same time, the ruble remains very unstable due to the threat of sanctions from Europe. Today, the main risk for the EU is the third wave of the coronavirus infection. The number of new daily cases in France surged to 38,500, while in Poland and Italy it increased to 23,000 and 25,000 respectively. Meanwhile, the US shows great progress in vaccination. Over 90 million people, or 30% of the population, have been already vaccinated, while Europe is lagging far behind. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.